All right, here we have a cosecant graph. So what we're going to do is graph sine first. So we have a 2 in front. That is going to be the amplitude of our sine graph. That's going to be helpful. We have a vertical displacement of 1, -1. And we have a 2 in front of our x. So that means the period is going to be 2 pi divided by 2, which is just pi. Really not very many transformations to this function. I do need to move down 1. So the midline of my sine graph is going to be here at -1. And my amplitude of my sine graph is going to be 2. I don't have any reflection, so I'm going to start on the midline. The period of my function is pi, so I'm going to be back on the midline by pi. My amplitude is 2, so halfway in between 0 and pi, I'm going to cross the midline. It's 4 spaces out. Again, no reflection, so I'm going to go up and then down. Make sure that all of your curves are evenly spaced. All right, it says graph at least 2 periods, so I will do that. That'll help me get that asymptote situation dealt with as well in the domain, which is kind of the tricky part. Okay, so where I cross the midline is where my asymptotes are going to be. Remember, it's not where you cross the x-axis unless you have unless you don't have any vertical displacement. So we said we didn't have any reflection, we didn't have any phase shift. And now our cosecant curve is going to come off of the maxes and mins of the sine curve and go in the opposite direction. All right, domain and range. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of range first. Again, our curve goes from -infinity to 3. We're going to include 3 since our curve does have points there. And then it goes from 1 to infinity. Oh, we need to include that 1 as well. Our domain, we're going to exclude where our asymptotes are. So our first asymptote is at 0. The next, it's halfway between 0 and pi, so that's pi over 2. Our next one's at pi. The next one would be at 3 pi over 2. And then 2 pi. So it looks trickier than it is. I like to make everything into a common denominator, even 0. So I'm going to make it 0 pi over 2, 1 pi over 2. Pi would be 2 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2. 2 pi is 4 pi over 2. So here we have all integers there. So our domain is going to be all reals, but x cannot equal pi over 2n, where n is an integer. Since we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's not all evens, it's not all odds, it's just all integers. All right, you're almost done with your review. Only one more problem.